Hello, thank you for listening or being interested in Primetime's tour to France on a river cruise. This is provided in collaboration with Universal Travel. And in January of 2025, Universal Travel's Vice President of Group Travel, Christoph Vokel, was in town to share about the tour. And I'm here to just summarize some of his notes. So in case you missed the tour slideshow, you can still learn about this amazing tour. It takes place on April 28th to May 10th of 2026. And as I go, I'm going to refer to the brochure a lot. So if you have your brochure from our tour, it's that one pager. It has a top that looks like this. You're going to want to grab that. So we will depart on April 28th from typically O'Hare we leave from, and we will coordinate local transfer for you, and Primetime will guide you all the way. We will land in Lyon in the morning of the 29th. And while we wait for our hotel rooms to be ready, we will get to have a tour of this amazing city. And once we're able to check in, we'll be going into our hotel for one night, where we'll also have a beautiful welcome dinner here in Lyon. And the next morning, we will embark onto our ship, but we have to go from Lyon to Dijon in order to do that. So along the way, throughout the beautiful French countryside, through the vineyards and the chateaus, we will take a little break to go on a truffle hunt. Truffles are found with the use of dogs, and after we search out our truffles and harvest them and pick a few, we will get to have a beautiful lunch served alongside lovely local wine infused with truffles to the very last dish. Even our ice cream will have truffles infused inside of them. After that, once we are in Dijon, we will be able to join our ship and embark on the beautiful Amacello. This tour promises to help you indulge in all the French flavors on a palate cleansing itinerary of all the highlights and the essence of France's Burgundy and Provence. We will be in France the entire time, so make sure your passport is up to date. We will start on the Saône, a tributary of the Rhone. What is really amazing about this tour is the extensive lineup of included excursions. In many cases, you'll have a choice. You can do a standard tour at a stop, a bike tour, a hike, or even a special interest tour. And we'll talk about a few as we go. But there will always be a large variety of activities so that you can choose how you want to explore. No matter your preference, your days will be full and amazing. We are choosing to cruise with Ama Waterways on the beautiful Amacello. And the Amacello and Ama Waterways has just won a lot of awards. It is a smaller cruise line with beautiful ships, and it's not as common. It is more boutique, it is more unique, and Christoph and his company and us at Primetime have specifically chosen this company for the quality experience. They don't have quantity, they have quality. So there are only a few on the Ama Waterways, and what they do really well. So you can see that all the ships will have a beautiful sun deck where you can spend your days, you can play some chess or read a book and enjoy the beautiful scenery as we go. You can be in the welcoming and beautiful lounge spaces that are never overcrowded when only 140 people are on the whole ship. There is free Wi-Fi included throughout, and depending on how close we are to shore, the Wi-Fi will come and go, but it is free and included. There will be music playing in the evenings, and at any time as we park and as we dock the ship, you are always able to check out a bike to go sightseeing on your own. This is the main restaurant where your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which are all included, will be provided. And just to review so that you know what's included, all of your food is included aboard. There is daily hand-selected complimentary unlimited wine, chose by acclaimed European sommeliers with lunch and dinner. Beer and soft drinks are also included at lunch and dinner. There is complimentary unlimited sparkling wine and fresh juices at breakfast. There is a daily sip and sail cocktail hour that will include wine, beer, and spirits. Specialty coffee and tea stations will be available throughout the day, and each traveler will have included one dinner at the chef's table. And what's really special about this is Christoph mentioned that sometimes when we're at a beautiful city and you're seeing these markets, you might spy our chef from the ship buying food because the food is prepared so thoughtfully. It is award winning. This is cruise ship food that is on another level. There is also a fitness room for those who are interested, as well as a massage and hair salon for services you can book in addition. And this is the deck plan. So as we saw, the sun deck is there on the top. And then we have the violin deck, which has our A cabins. The A cabins are the cabins in blue. And then there are the B cabins, which are $200 cheaper. They are mostly on the cello deck or towards the back of the ship. Now, again, the price difference is $200 per person. The difference is what deck and location your cabin is in. The cabins have the exact same layout of 170 square feet with a French balcony. There is no difference between either cabin. The only difference is your location on the ship. And when we're talking about a ship that isn't super large, the location should be wonderful no matter where you're at. As a note, they are all laid out in a similar way, and what was noted specifically for us, in addition to all of them having the balcony, all of their bathrooms are really a nice size. Compared to other cruise ships where you feel like you might not even be able to fit in or out of the shower, you will be able to enjoy the space that this bathroom provides. So many people have heard of France. Paris. They've seen Paris. They've heard of it. That is in a completely different region than what we will be in. We will be down here in southern France. This is the river region we'll be on, and then we will finish our tour over here on the coast in Nice. Again, here are some maps of the rivers that we will be on. And what's really important is that you know at each time we come to a port, there are immersive tours at every destination. You can pick for each tour to be gentle, regular, active, or a late riser. There are bike tours and hikes, special interest tours, knowledgeable guides, and every single one of you will have your own personal headset to use for any tour to hear better, but it will be yours. So it will stay in your cabin and is yours to use. You also, at any of these beautiful ports, have the choice to simply do your own thing, to step off the ship and explore. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through some of the stops. I'm not going to go into these too deeply. They are described more in your brochure, but what I'd like to highlight are some of the options for the included excursions. You can see it ranges here from a historic city tour to a walking tour to a scenic cruise of a different river to a wine tasting or a bike tour. All of these would be included. Again, here there's choices of visiting cities or a specific abbey. You can go on a different scenic cruise, a wine tasting, or again, a bike tour. All of these options will be included at each of our stops. Again, a new city and a new set of options that you could pick from to explore. And you can always step off the ship. We will be right there in the city to explore on your own. These are the chateaus and wineries. They just take winery to a whole nother level there. Even if you're not a wine drinker, seeing the history and the buildings and the land that these are built on is always a stunning experience. Sometimes there's a culinary tour, there's a walk and tasting tour, a bike tour. Again, you'll see a lot of active tours, but there's always options for the level of activity on them. And here are some people enjoying these tours in these cities. The bike tours are popular. This man here in the orange and the glasses, this is Christoph, who will be there as one of our guides. Here is one of the smaller scenic boat tours. Here is a group enjoying lunch on the ship. Sometimes we will be in port in the morning and we'll go to another port in the afternoon, and you can enjoy lunch on the ship along the way. Again, on May 5th, we'll be in a new area. It has an option again to go on a truffle farm visit, try a different one, different types of hikes, and an evening ghost walk. And each of these options will be daily broken down and explained to you so that you know what is available. Here's another truffle walk that you might get to enjoy with a sampling of local wines and oils. Again, on May 6th, we will be in a new port, and you can see again these beautiful cities and places. This might be the market where you run into the chef from our ship. Arles, I believe, is our last stop. So after we finish our stop in Arles, we will disembark the ship, and from there we will go to Saint Tropez, which is just this beautiful, beautiful city along the water, where it is now this stylish and upscale town, but was once just a humble fishing village. We will have an included lunch together in Saint Tropez on this beautiful, beautiful city. We will have lunch right here along the water, and then you'll have time to get out and explore a little on your own after enjoying lunch. After Saint Tropez, we will drive on to Nice. We will arrive in Nice for our hotel stay. We will be in Nice for 3 nights. So we will have time in Nice to explore Nice itself. And then the next day, we will go to Monaco. So throughout the city in Nice, we'll have a walking tour and a panoramic tour via the Petite train. There is also free time for shopping. The shops are about 4 minutes from our hotel, but on the other side of our hotel, there's the Mediterranean. And so if you're not in your hotel room, you could be enjoying views from the hotel bar or the hotel pool, or you could just walk right across the street and enjoy food along the boardwalk of the Mediterranean. Here's some people checking out some of the baked goods. Again, this is all in Nice, so we will have a day to explore and to enjoy Nice. Here's our train that we will explore the city with. And then we will go to Monacoville and Monte Carlo. We will have another day, our last full day. Before we return to Nice for a lovely farewell dinner, we will have a beautiful day of sightseeing. We will go to Eze and then Monacoville, followed by the crown jewel, the final stop, Monaco. Well, we will not be able to go into the very famous casino because it is incredibly expensive. You could choose in your own time to go in. We will get to visit the sites around it and see the very famous area that the casino is in. And as Christoph said, you might find some pretty high rollers in the area that pull up in some very fancy cars. And then we will return to Nice to put our toes into the Mediterranean and have one final group dinner before we depart for home. Please remember that your flyer has a list of all the wonderful inclusions that this trip holds. And please remember that Jenny and Katie, the Primetime Plus team, are always happy to help you with any questions you might have. Feel free to reach out.